So, yeah, I'll do it again. My name is Juan, also known as JuanSharks. Born in Mexico, lived in Hawaii since I was 2 on the North Shore of Oahu. Co-owner in Oneoceandiving, Ocean Conservation and Water-Inspired Conservation Group. Basically teach people to respect the ocean. I spent most of my life, in the ocean, right there, super blessed, and it pretty much raised me since I was a kid, surfing, diving in the summers. My mom is from California. Her father helped to start this leather importing business out of Mexico, and a lot of it was sea turtles. Coming to Hawaii and seeing the sea turtle populations just decrease in front of her eyes, she wanted to do something to help protect them. And there was days where I would go and, my mom would be like, "You have to get that sea turtle, it's gonna die," and I'm like, "No, I can't get it." And I just had to learn to be able to wait for the right moments to be able to let that turtle come in. You would see them over and over again, and then finally they would let you remove the line from them. Mom had a really good impact on helping the sea turtles come back here in Hawaii, and it was cool as a kid to be a part of that. And then now, kind of coming back to it with Ocean, has been really cool.
We had very different backgrounds of upbringing, but what kind of brought us together were the sharks. He kind of grew up through that fear phase, and then as a surfer, like maybe thinking like, hey, these are animals that we really need to be very, very afraid of. It kind of complements working together because he is so much more relatable, because most people are afraid. Most people don't grow up diving with sharks.
When I go swimming, I just kick myself in the head now just thinking about how I was when I was a kid. I'm like, okay, there's a guy further out, then I can go a little further away from the shore. If something's coming from the deep, it's gonna get him, not me. I'm always like super paranoid in the water.
It's amazing the impact that he's made with his life already, even down to his degree in fine art and photography. For what he's gone through, all the way down to being paralyzed and not knowing if he's gonna be able to walk again.
So it took me a year to be able to walk again. That was like a time to like really rethink everything that I was doing. And scuba diving was the therapy that they basically said that would work out best for me. Low impact on your bones, but really good for your muscles to get going again. And then I started really kind of wanting to do that more. And so it was that, okay, surf, dive, mix, But once I got to go on the boat with sea shepherds and learn about the plight of sharks and see how badly that perception change needed to be fulfilled, that's when everything, okay, that's my direction. I'm going with photography. It's underwater, it's with sharks. It's to change that perception. Oneoceandiving kind of started 10, 12 years ago. And I met Ocean. We really wanted to change the way people looked at sharks. And using photography was kind of like my key moment at that time. And just getting images of sharks and ocean interacting with them.
I look at these images, I'm instantly flooded with an emotion from that moment.
It's not some guy doing some, stunt to try and get more attention. You have a girl who's doing it for a cause and for a purpose to change perceptions, but also being a marine biologist and a conservationist, people listen to her message more, and so having that human interaction really kind of changed it, because it's not just some monster coming to eat someone. It's actually, there's this peaceful coexistence, and being able to show that on that level was a really game changer for me. For me, the fear that's out there with these animals is the stopping point for a lot of people to actually help sharks out, because nobody wants to protect the monster. So just getting that perception change is the first element that really needs to happen so that we can get sharks totally protected. And nobody, wants to go past that point if they don't learn to see them in a different light. So Oneoceandiving kind of helps facilitate that. So now it's not just taking photos and videos and showing them an amazing light, it's getting people to experience. So it's not something they just see or read in a book or see on Instagram or social media. When they can actually go out there and experience it firsthand, that is such a facilitating changing point. Over the years, 10 years, I feel like we've reached thousands, hundreds of thousands, I know we have. And those people now are reaching out to their friends and showing their experience and showing sharks in a different light. So it's been a huge, huge jump forward, I think, for perception of sharks. And now we're seeing people willing to do stuff to get protection for them.
So a question I always get is like, isn't shark diving scary? Are you not scared when you're in the water? Have you had any scary experiences? And it's just like, my most scary experiences are actually going places where I've dove with sharks in years past and then going back to those places and not seeing sharks. If sharks aren't working and some reefs, sharks are extinct, those reefs are dying at an astronomically faster rate. So they're showing that, hey, if you want reefs, you need sharks. If you want a healthy ecosystem of the ocean, you need sharks. So it's just about connecting the dots and getting people to see that.